for March. It is March 6, 2019. Dave Miller, the project leader. Usually we have Dylan running the show because he knows more about what's going on than the day-to-day stuff, but he got kind of busy and couldn't get here today, so we're running this without him today. I didn't catch who it was that dialed in. Is that Emmanuel?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So been a lot of little bits and pieces of news about Bugzilla 6 going around recently. It looks like we're getting pretty close to having something ready to go, but things are still going slow, so it's probably going to be a while. Dylan mentioned he wants to try to get a test instance of it set up that people can play with to knock the kinks out of it and make sure it's working good enough to put out a alpha or beta or something. And hopefully sometime in the next month or so we'll have that going. And other than that, I don't really have any news to speak of to tell anybody. So unless Emmanuel has something you want to bring up, I think we're about it for this month.
Yeah. No, nothing on my end.
Okay. So yeah, still Bugzilla 6 is looking pretty cool. If you follow our Twitter account, there's been a lot of news, mostly from Kohei, about the stuff that he's been doing to add into it. We've had lots of new UI enhancements to the code recently. And now I'm drawing a blank trying to remember what they were off the top of my head. I'm going to have to go look at his Twitter account. But, yeah, there was something just recently that was... well, let's see. Bug 540 got closed. That was the one about letting people edit their own comments. And so I believe we did that by implementing a history feature on it, so you can go see what the comment used to be before they edited it. Because that was the big thing everybody was worried about. If you changed their comments, how can you tell if they changed what you were replying to after you replied and kind of stuff. But we got Markdown in there finally in the comments. I think that was the other big thing this last month, was getting the Markdown stuff added in it. So yeah, nothing else big I can think of off the top of my head. So we'll still plugging along in Bugzilla 6. We did have a Bugzilla 5 branch release recently that didn't really get published everywhere. So if you go dig on the FTP server, you can probably find it. I'm going to try to get the website updated to actually point at it in the next day or two. It was just bug fixes. There's no security impact to it. Otherwise, we would have been scrambling to get all the links up. We're short our usual release person, and so not everybody knows how to do all of that yet. So I guess that's about it for this month. Our meeting for April is going to be on April 3rd, same time as usual. I believe that is after Europe joins daylight saving time, so it'll be the same time still for the US, since we're based on a European time zone. We're based on London time, so they switch over at the end of our first week of March, I think. Oh wait, they switch March. Is it April 7 when they change? Oh, so that might be the week before they change. Okay. So pay attention to the time change. We're based on London time, so we might be a hour later or earlier. I'm not sure. Next month, if you're in the U.S. or since the U.S. changed already. So yeah, I'll get notices about that posted on Twitter and the blog and stuff. So when we figure that out. So I will see you all next month then.
Okay, see you.